so much to do, you just don't know where to start. The feeling of a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit, I guess. So many things that I know I need to do, and they're all important. That's the hard part. Today is a busy day, everyone. I'm in the process of buying a new dining table because I need a smaller dining table for that area in there because the house just isn't big enough. But we'll make it work. Of late we've had a fair bit of rain and now we've got a fair bit of sun. And those two combined makes the grass grow insanely long, insanely quick. And it turns to me spending most of my time on a mower, which is very unproductive in my opinion. You're gonna mow it, it's just gonna grow back, and you're just mowing food. Ideally, that would be good if we could have animals on there, so it would save me a drama. Because some, I don't know if you're gonna be able to make it out on this camera here, but all down around the dam there is, there's a fair few little gullies and things. But over this side of the dam, over here, the grass is, in some areas, it's up to my knees. So, and it's such beautiful, long, lush grass. Actually, let's go down, I'm gonna show you. So look at this. Oh, like, if we had animals in here at the moment, oh, man, it doesn't even do it justice. Yes. Yeah. The dam's full. I was down here yesterday afternoon and there were fish jumping in the dam, so that was pretty cool. Not going to see any at this time of day. Yeah, but oh, man, because I didn't point the camera at it, dead set. If I'd pointed the camera at it, nothing would have happened. When it floods, it actually floods all the way up to here, and this whole section here goes underwater. So it's very squelchy. I'll actually, I don't know if I got some footage of that, but if I do have footage or some photos, I'm going to drop it right here. It's just a nice spot to be down here. And this is our other little runoff. So our neighbours over here have got a dam in their paddock, and that runs down into here as well. So that runs into here, and then over there it runs into there, and then our dam runs through the little alleyway over there, through a little gully. Okay, so it's like the wind knows when I'm about to film and just picks up. I've got a lot of things that I've got to do, and I always find myself, well, a lot of the time I find myself overwhelmed with what to do first, and then I find that I get nothing done because I haven't really planned anything. I just go with the flow and hope for the best. But I have been listening to, it's windy there, but I have been listening to a podcast. It's called the Entrepreneurial Motivation Podcast with Chris Bello, and he's an American guy. When you listen to his podcast, he's actually a bloody, like, he's a really good presenter. He speaks clearly and he gives you a lot of good tips, and he's got a lot of good quotes that he's found along his journey. And one of his strategies that he uses, and what I use now, is so I block out my days. So I use, for example, I'll write down from 6 o'clock in the morning in half-hour blocks. So I'll go 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, so on and so forth, all the way till 8 o'clock at night, or depending on how good I feel, whether it's 8 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock at night. Sometimes I knock off early. It just helps me plan out my day a little better. Cover the garden with tarp. Meditate for 10 minutes after that, break for lunch, read a book, work on new vlog ideas, edit vlogs, and you see how I've blocked it all out. So there was a time in here, but I've just crossed it out obviously because it's irrelevant. The main things that I've got to do today is cover that garden with a tarp, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So let's get to that, and yeah, let's just get to that and see where that takes us. And this is another thing I've got to do, but it's not on my list today because it was just a thing that I found out that I had to do, is clean out in here. You guys have made a righteous mess. Girls, should I say. Most of these are girls, so that's a good thing. More eggs. All those birds in there, apart from 2 I think, were all from a mixed batch that we got from the permaculture poultry markets. And if you haven't seen a video on that, we've done a video on that, so make sure you check that out. But I'm getting sidetracked again. Every day. Every day. Sidetracked. So here, down here is where we have our tarps from last year. We've got 2 tarps here. One tarp that we had got completely wrecked because we put it down. Last year we pegged these down. So we pegged them down with we pegged the tarps down with big pegs, right? And I thought, you know, these big pegs will hold the tarps down. Like, they're huge, man. The size of these things, they're huge. But what I didn't account for was the wind gusts underneath the tarp, and you'd come out and, you know, a couple of the little eye ringlet things would be torn out, and the tarp would be half flapping around and down, like flapping down as if it's going to fly into the next door's paddock. I just don't need that in my life. So this year I'm doing something different. This year we've got sandbags. Violet and I, much to her disgust, but she helped me anyway. Oh, dang it, it's locked. I don't know if you can see in there either. Yeah, you can see in there. They're all sandbags, all full sandbags. So we're going to put that tarp down and then put all the sandbags over the top. Originally we were going to round up that whole garden, but now that we've put the manure all the way through it, it wouldn't be good to round up that whole area, because then you'd kill off all the nutrients in the garden completely. It just goes back to nothing, and then everything has to start again from nothing. As to now, it's got last year's manures and things in it, and then this year we've put mushroom compost in there, and we've rototilled it all through. So all we're going to do is chuck a tarp over it and let it sit there for a while and see what happens underneath that tarp. We're just going to give you little updates and that of how it's going, and it'll basically kill off any seeds and weeds and things that are left in there now that are still rooted in there, which there shouldn't be many, because my brother did a wicked job, and my dad, shouldn't discount my dad. They both did a really great job in tilling that garden. So let's get that tarp and the sandbags over there and let's get set up. I might set up on a little time lapse or something and go from there and see. Might be a bit easier. So we're going to get that done. And check out this tilling job, mate. Too good. Look, they even got right up against the fence line there too. Close, I told them that, you know, if they could get a foot or so away from the fence, which, yeah, they did pretty good. I reckon that's tilled like right up to there, where that mark is. So, and that's awesome. And we're going to cover from this end down and see how far we can get covered. As you can see, we tilled from way back there to up here, which is, what are we? So the garden bed will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say 6 meters from the fence line, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I reckon you go to about here. I reckon 10 meters. I'm pretty sure that's where Dylan said he was going, tilling to that end citrus tree there. So 6 by 10. That's a decent sized garden. So this is our main big garden where we grow a lot of our well, last year we grew a ton of tomatoes, And we also grew watermelons, pumpkins, like a whole range of pumpkins, watermelons, rock melon. We even grew lettuce in there, and what have you. But this year I'm thinking we might grow corn in there, maybe. See how we go with that. I reckon that'd be a perfect spot for corn. The only problem is last year we had such a massive crop of corn, and a day or two from harvest come out, it was destroyed. There was corn cobs everywhere, all over the ground, whether it was from rabbits, cockatoos, or whatever. I just knew that, I know that they got it and I didn't. We ended up with about 3 cobs out of about more than 50, I know that. So anywho, let's get to, okay, it's gonna be a nice sandy mess to clean up after. Right, good deal. Gonna get these tarps down, get these sandbags on those tarps on that bed. Let's do it. Okay, done. Whew, that was harder work than I thought it was going to be. Good deal. I'm going to go look at my job board. I'm telling you, with the use of that job board, I actually have been more productive, and I am, I guess, learning to understand that I can't get everything done in one day. As I say, Rome wasn't built in a day, so neither was a good homestead, I guess. I've done heaps of videos on chickens and heaps of videos on gardens and making garden beds. If you haven't seen them, check them out. If you've got any comments or questions or anything like that too, make sure you leave that sort of stuff in the comment section below. Till the next one, I'm Danny, this is the Young Family Homestead. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.